Hello drummers, and welcome to Tim Connolly Drums. Today I just want to talk about a specific individual who is near and dear to my heart, and he is going through a very difficult time. And I want to talk about my drum teacher, Dom Famularo. Now, Dom and I go way back. I've known him for about 15 years. First saw him at a drum clinic. Of course, I knew about him, years and years ago. But I went to his drum clinic, and not only did his drumming skills impress me, but also his speaking skills and how motivational he was. I was blown away by how excited he made the crowd, and he made me. So that was my first interaction with Dom. Then I went to a Steve Smith, Louis Belson, Dom Famularo drum clinic. I think it was just three of them. I actually have a picture from that clinic, and I'll see if I can find it. And that's when I actually got a chance to talk to Dom. And again, he was his motivational and crazy drumming self, which was so awesome. I really enjoyed the clinic. And I had got a chance to talk to him, and he gave me his email. And I emailed him, and the rest is history, as the saying goes. I emailed him. I started studying with him. I went to his home in Port Jefferson, New York, took some lessons with him, went there a few times, and I learned so much. He completely changed my drumming style. So much of what I do on my channel now is geared around what I learned from Dom Famularo. It really, it's not just about the drumming with Dom. Dom is a person that he touches your heart. He touches your mind. He is a very selfless person. When you talk to him, he is genuinely engaged with you. There's none of this, people are talking to you, but all they're thinking about is what's the next thing they're going to say to try and impress you, or what's the next thing they're going to say to try to convince you of something. That is not Dom. Dom, what he's thinking about is what you're saying. He may follow up with questions. He may follow up with suggestions, pointers, tips, or he may say, "Great, man, that's awesome," and just listen. There is nobody on this planet that's like Dom Famularo. And I encourage all of you to not only check out Dom's great drum playing, fantastic drummer, known as the world's global ambassador for drumming. He's not a band player. He's a teacher, and he travels the world doing drum clinics. And I remember talking to him one time, and he told me, this was at the end of the year, like about, 4 or 5 years ago, that he had traveled 6 times in that 1 year around the earth. All over the world. China, Asia, various different parts of Asia, including India, Europe, Canada, the US, Australia, you name it. He had gone everywhere. It's unbelievable how much he used to travel. Now, long-winded approach to what's actually happening now. Approximately, about 7 or 8 months ago, I found out that Dom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He had surgery. Actually, I don't think it was that long ago. Sorry, it was about 5 months ago. He ended up having surgery, went through chemo, radiation, and his wife, Charmaine, wonderful lady. They're two peas in a pod, the pair of them. They're beautiful people. She kept contacting me, updating me what was going on. Anyways, the odds to beat pancreatic cancer are very low. To say that I was distressed and upset is an understatement. I was brokenhearted. But, much to my happiness, Dom beat the cancer, rang the bell. If you're not familiar with cancer treatments, that's when they're done their radiation and chemo. They ring a bell, and then they get cleared for the cancer. So, Dom gets cleared, Everything is good. I ended up having a Zoom talk with him because I didn't really want to bother him too much. I mean, I was emailing him, texting him, but I was mainly talking to Charmaine about the updates and whatnot. And Dom was posting a little bit here and there with updates. I did speak to him a little bit during his treatment, but honestly, I just didn't want to bug the guy. He's going through hell. I didn't want to bother him. But then we had a Zoom meeting 6 weeks ago, and he was telling me about what he went through and how he almost gave up, but his family kept encouraging him. He said it was the toughest battle he's ever been through, and he literally went through hell on earth. But he was inspired by people that constantly calling him and encouraging him and seeing how he was, and the love that was being shared with him. I was also sharing updates on various Facebook and YouTube, my YouTube channel, also on Facebook and various drum sites, whatnot. I was updating people, and there was a lot of love for Dom. Okay, so he beats the cancer. And he comes back, and I think he went to the Chicago Drum Festival, and then he went to NAMM. But after that, he came back, went and had another scan. Unfortunately, the cancer has returned. The pancreatic cancer has returned. That is the most recent update. He is now going to be going through chemo and radiation therapy again. I can't stress enough how important it is for us, all of us, to get behind Dom. He's inspired and driven by us encouraging him, because there is no finer person on this earth than Dom Famularo, bar none. And I can say that because I know him well. I've spent a lot of time with him. He's done so much for me in my career as a drummer. It's unbelievable. I'll even put a link in the description of this video that I have of Dom talking about me and encouraging people to take drum lessons with me. It's like a little mini ad that Dom did for me. I did so many master classes with Dom where I was his backup teacher. He was the main teacher, and I was the backup teacher. And Dom would be teaching the class, and it would be 15 to 30 students, and I would wander around amongst the students, correcting them, helping them, and guiding them as to what Dom was showing them, because having taken so many lessons with Dom and practiced so hard, I have all the techniques down. If you go and watch my videos about the molar technique, the rebounds and the free stroke and the various types of free stroke, the Buddy Rich push-pull, and all the other technique videos, that's all Dom oriented, meaning that I learned all of that from him, and he learned it from Buddy Rich and Joe Morello. So you can't go wrong there. I'm a second generation Buddy Rich and Joe Morello student. So I mean, this is priceless information that I was getting from him. And like I said earlier, it changed the way I play. Now, just forgetting about drumming for a moment, Dom also did things for me that were above and beyond. A family member of mine was going through some marital troubles, and Dom, who offers advice and does counseling, of course he charges people for that, but he did it for my relative for free. Spent an hour talking to him, encouraging him, giving him tips, advice, asking questions, whatever. I asked him to do it. I was prepared to, pay for the service. He did it for free. And that's the kind of guy we're talking about here. So, I just hope that he can totally beat this cancer. Cancer is a horrible, horrible thing. I don't wish this upon even my worst enemies. I certainly don't wish this upon one of the greatest people I've ever known, if not the greatest. I think my grandmother's up there with Don, though. My grandmother, Grandma Wilson, she was an awesome, awesome lady. I see similarities between the two, even though obviously they didn't know each other and whatnot, and she wasn't a musician, but she was just a fantastic, fantastic human being, much like Dom. We need more people on this earth like Dom. If we had leaders that were like Dom, the earth, the entire planet would be a better place. I can't emphasize enough how, people talk about peace and love, but Dom exemplifies peace and love. And that's what we need to make this earth a better place and to make us better. Watch those talks that Dom does on YouTube. Google Dom Famularo just giving speeches. His speeches are earth-shattering. They will change the way you think. He's such a loving and kind and wonderful person. He will change the way you think. Look at videos of him and his approach to life and how he thinks, and it will change the way you think. So, in conclusion, Dom, if you get to see this video, I truly love you, man. You and I have built a relationship over the years, and I'm back you 100%. If you need anything, you know who to call. Don't hesitate. I will be there for you. Regardless of your treatments this time around, I am going to come and see you. I'm hoping to come and see you in September. That's my plan. And as Dom would say, onwards and upwards. Take care. Everybody, back Dom, support Dom. Let's be in this battle against this cancer together. Thanks very much. Keep drumming. See you.
This video is for Sam. Sam, my name is Dom Famularo. I've had the chance of sitting down with Tim and having a great time with him in my studio here, as you can see. I've got drums everywhere, and I've got books, and you name it, and I'm having fun playing drums. And I heard from Tim, you're a pretty good drummer. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to continue playing drums, and I want you to be the next generation that goes out there and plays drums and learns drums and have fun, so we can someday see you on YouTube and on stage, because you're a pretty special guy. And I look forward someday to meeting you and spending some time with you, and maybe even have you come down here and visit me in my studio with all the stuff that I'm doing here. This would be fantastic. I hear you're pretty special. You keep it going, and I hope someday to see you real soon. Thanks, Sam. Bye-bye.